People have been killed in a number of shack fires in Cape Town on Christmas Day. More than 150 informal settlement fires have been reported since the beginning of December. Let's get more details now. I'm joined by City of Cape Town's Fire and Rescue Service spokesperson, Jermaine Carrelse. Jermaine, good afternoon. What can you tell us about? It's 3 separate incidents of fire and 5 people dead.
Hi there, good afternoon to you and your listeners. Yes, that information is correct. The first incident happened just after midnight on Christmas Eve, where there were 2 lives that were lost in a fire in Masimpolele in Vilakazi Street. Then the second incident occurred in Chikalo informal settlement, and that's just near in Philippi. And the third incident happened the evening, and that's just before midnight, obviously, where another 2 men died in a fire, and that was in Vrygrond.
What do we know about the patterns that are emerging from this, Jermaine? Are we starting to pick up a pattern of what's the common thread among these fires?
Obviously, there's a lot of suspected causes, but whenever there's a fatality involved, all the scenes are handed over to the police, and obviously they all do the investigation and shed more light on the reason as to why. But you can see some pattern is emerging as most of these fires occur in the early hours, say around from 12 o'clock to about 5 o'clock. That's the most where most of the informal settlement fires can occur if a trend can be picked up.
And Jermaine, can you confirm that this adds to the death toll in as far as the December death toll from shack fires are concerned, right? Because I think on the 23rd there was a fire in Philippi and I think another place, and by then already we were talking about 15 people having died in shack fires in and around Cape Town.
Yes, that's correct. That's an unfortunate truth that we're actually sitting with now. As from the 1st of December up until the 25th, including the 5 fatalities, we're standing on a total close to about 20 fatalities as a result of fires.
And Jermaine, this has always been one of those questions that, we keep asking, yet I suppose we never really get to fully understand the phenomenon. What makes December a fire season in and around informal settlements in Cape Town? Why does it spike so much in December?
For that answer, I actually don't have a good answer for that. But there is a trend that can pick up as you said, from the festive season, obviously. I don't know if it's negligence or some fires can be started deliberately or accidentally. But there are fire awareness campaigns that run throughout the year, where the city is involved with obviously the most vulnerable communities, where they go out to the communities and teach them obviously the risks and how to mitigate these fires. And the city has also had a rollout program where we go out to the communities and install give them fire extinguishers, and obviously install smoke alarms as also a early warning detection system. And if it's a small fire that occurs inside one of these informal homes, they can actually extinguish it by themselves.
And I wanted to hear from you, Jermaine, just from the perspective of people who are on the coalface of these fires. Things like the unavailability of electricity and therefore illegal connections from the works that your teams do. Do those play a role in some of these fires?
Obviously, that is one of the main concerns that we have around using of electricity safely, especially the illegal electrical connections. And obviously, we emphasize that electrical connections should be professionally installed, and that all these electrical appliances, when you leave your homes, should be switched off. And that is some of the safety tips that we as the city advocate to the people in the vulnerable communities.
Right, thank you so much, Jermaine Carrelse, who is City of Cape Town's Fire and Rescue Services spokesperson, talking to me there about a number of fires that have happened in and around Cape Town. You heard there from Jermaine the death toll just in December alone from over 150 different fires at informal settlements. The death toll now standing at about 20, with 5 having died yesterday.